Okay, good afternoon. It is April 13th, 2021, and we are looking at our, really an upward trend day. Looked like it was going to start off in a range at this level about 41.26, but then uh, around 11, once we got this second entry, um, clearly we're not looking at a range anymore. And I measured this leg up. Oh, you know what? And I bet you I should put it right here, which would give us this target. Okay, so yeah, and it has hit that target, and it looks like we're getting some resistance now. It went a little farther than that. I had it here at first, but I think it makes more sense to put it here, and that makes sense. And this might be a really good bar to go short beneath, and we'll see how that pans out in the next couple minutes. But let's take a look at these trades. Nothing. All these trades were pretty straightforward today. Nothing. This track tricked me right here, so maybe some people got tripped up there. Um, it looked like a great signal bar to go short beneath in what was looking like a downward trend, but I think I should have taken into account that this was an overshoot. Overshoots typically lead to a break, um, and yeah, maybe I should have taken into account this trend, this short-term trend channel. So other than that, everything is pretty straightforward. And yeah, it looks like some you probably would have scalped out if you entered short here, but this is an uptrend, so I mean that's counter trend. However, got an overshoot, so maybe expecting a break. Where did that measured move go? Oh, it's right there. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at these trades. So we got this. First of all, there from yesterday there was this congestive area, um, and then we got this counter trend break, and then a width trend break, and then you get a big leg down, probably just a bunch of trapped longs. Um, that was before 5 o'clock, so I couldn't enter in on that. Um, you did get a trade this morning, which I looked at as like a failed second entry short, first entry, second entry. Um, but it looks aggressive. It's going into these highs. Uh, maybe this is an overshoot. Maybe the channel is actually here. Does that make sense with the midline? Yeah, it kind of looks like it. So maybe this is the channel. You get an overshoot that leads to a break. Let's make this a little bigger. So you would have gotten a good move if you entered on that, but it's pretty high risk. Yeah, 21 ticks. I would never enter in on that. But anyway, we get this congestion at the open that I should have marked. But yeah, kind of actually, I mean, it turned into this downward moving channel. Uh, let's take a look. Let's put it right here. And here. So yeah, we got this congestive area towards the opening. Um, this is only a first entry, and we get a move down. So especially if you draw off these highs and bring it down here, um, it might be difficult. That's probably why I missed that, is because it's hard to see where that lines up on the lows. In hindsight, it's not, but it is here. So hopefully you caught that. And then you get this overshoot that leads to a break. And here, I thought this was a great setup for a second entry short right here. And so as soon as I saw that this bar closed and I got stopped out, that's how you know it's a trap, because you got a bunch of people thinking like me. Hold on one second. You got a bunch of people thinking like me who go short there. And so, I mean, I entered long because that's a failed second entry short and a trap. And so I'm thinking of that's something that I'm starting to think about is like, okay, well, because people always say that trading is it's not common sense. So a lot of people with good common sense come in here and they do a poor job because it's very counterintuitive. And that's what happened here, I think, is I was using my common sense and I was going short there. So I'd really like to get some feedback as to, some people, their thoughts on this. I'm thinking this is an overshoot, which usually leads to a break, and it did right here. And that's why I trapped out a bunch of people. But anyway, so yeah, if you saw that and you were patient, unlike me, let me move this up a little. You could also look at it like this. Nah, that doesn't work as well. I like it like this. So if you were patient and you saw that as a trap, good entry, very good entry. And then we get a break and we get this congestion and you form this top. You get another attempt to go long. Um, this just looks too congested to go short on as like a failed second entry long, but it would have worked out. But I don't. It's too close to the EMA. We don't really know what's happening, and it's congested. But when prices come back here, you get a first entry, second entry, and it looks like a triple top. Second entry short, back into congestion. It is counter trend because we broke up into congestion. That's the only reason I marked it as aggressive. Other than that, I really like that entry. And um, prices make their way. It looks like we're in this channel, but I was just playing it like a range. We get this double test at the lows of the range. I like that. I don't think that's something Mack would mark probably, but I like that it clearly we have a break of this channel, you know, and a move to a new low or an attempt, and it's a double test, so I like that. Um, then you get some congestion at the highs of that channel. Probably people just getting chopped up. Uh, we get this move up, and unfortunately, you just don't get a good signal bar, or else that would have been like an aggressive entry. I think because this looks like a channel, and we didn't get a break and a move to a new high, and then we get this another second entry short back into congestion. Great signal bar. I really like it when it closes near the top of the channel. So I like that. Then it bounces off the midline, comes back up, probably traps some longs. Yeah, definitely traps some longs. Because it's been bouncing off the midline, people probably thought, let's go long here, and we get this channel down. Um, I don't see how you could. This is a failed second entry long right here. I don't see how you could enter short there, um, since that's going right into the lows. I don't see how you could do that. But it is a failed second entry long. Then we get a break of this channel, and you get one move down to a new low, two moves down to a new low, and then a great signal bar to go long above. It's a higher low. It looks like a failed second entry short, uh, first entry, second entry. It's a trap. Once it goes above this, it'll be a trap, and it's back into congestion. And then there's another trap. And so that's probably what set this up, this nice trend up, is you get people trapped going short beneath this one, you get people trapped going short beneath this one, then you get people trapped going short beneath this one. So really you could probably enter here, but that's aggressive because it's going into the midline. But you could probably use this as a true failed second entry short. But it's going into midline of that range. I like this one. And this is another one that I was thinking, I was like, do I go short here? And so, you know, question what you're thinking. Well, if you're a beginner like me, I've been doing this for like 8 months, 9 months, 8 months now. Um, you might want to do if you're looking at something as a trap, it might be doing the opposite and trapping the people the opposite way of what you're thinking. So anyway, this makes I drew this trend channel, and once we got this second entry, this is another trap. Once we got this second entry off the trend line, this was confirmation of the trend line. I went long about this, even though this is into the long highs of the day. That's why it's aggressive. It's second entry long, but into the highs. I like that because think about this is such a low risk bar right here. 3 ticks that people are going short beneath that just because it's low risk and it's a double top. And there's thinking it's going to go back to the EMA probably. So it's a second entry long. Clearly, there's going to be trapped shorts. It's almost an engulfing bar. So I took that, even though it's into the highs of the day. And that takes us, I don't see, yeah, so this looks like you would have gotten filled or target hit 37.75. Okay, not yet. Not yet. We might get a scalp out of that. These dojis though, I don't know. And this looks like a strong uptrend, so probably wouldn't be a good idea to go counter trend, even though that's a failed second entry long. Oh, okay, so you would have gotten filled on that. So maybe I should mark this as aggressive. Super aggressive though, really. Yeah, so that's what I saw for the day. And another thing to keep in mind is that that would be that like that's after the measure move. So that might be another reason to take it. But yeah, this is what I saw for today. I couldn't get a trade up. Uh, so I'll try and get one tomorrow. But I was just running around this morning, taking my son to daycare and stuff. So hope you had a good day, and I'll be back tomorrow.